Welcome back to more Tenchu.
The senior Lord Goda's death launched a vicious struggle for power, a series of battles and betrayals worse than any in Japan's blood-stained history. How? Lord Goda left all the power and glory of his title, the riches of his empire, to his son, Matsunoshin. But Lord Goda's brother, a man named Motohide, believed himself to be the empire's rightful heir. Motohide was able to bribe certain samurai to his side and immerse the empire in civil war. Goda family advisor Sekiya Naotada responded the only way he could. He called for the Azuma ninja.
Rikimaru, Master Shionsai calls us.
On my way.
What are you two doing here?
My students, rebellion has broken out in the House of Goda. Our honorable Lord Goda is in danger from his own uncle, Sire Motohide. If the Lord we serve falls to a dishonorable traitor, we, Azuma Ninja, will stand for nothing. Go to Goda Castle and protect Lord Goda with your lives. This is the ancestral sword, Izayoi, the spirit of the Azuma Ninja. Tatsumaru, it is yours. Today, you replace me as Master Ninja. May honor guide your hand.
Master.
But no.
The powerful must know when to pass along their power. As you three graduate to new roles, I also ascend.
Very well,
I
Master.
obey.
Yes, Master.
Please, don't kill me!
We're here to help.
Oh, thank goodness. His lordship is still inside. So are Lady Kay and Princess Kiku.
Let's go.
Ayame, find Lady Kay and the princess. Rikimaru, come with me. We must rescue Lord Goda. Wait. Rikimaru, go find his lordship. I'll catch up later.
We will find out what he's up to later. This level, I remember getting really lost in my first couple times playing this game. Mainly because everything looks the same. Shocker, I know.
But, oh, there's a wall and some fire. And then,
Yeah.
oh, there's a wall and some fire. Oh, there's some stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
okay.
yeah. So this is where the game actually begins. Yes, there were a couple levels before, which are a little bit more old school Tenchu, where you're just given a mission and you go to it. This game actually has a pretty in-depth story for a PlayStation 1 game. And for the Tenchu series as a whole.
Yeah. That beginning cutscene felt very much like why are we introducing the story now? Shouldn't we have taken care of this?
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm not sure why they bothered with the beginning of this. Yeah. As soon as you slash that, get behind this wall because otherwise bruh might see you.
I'm gonna say, seems like he should have seen the wall getting destroyed.
Yeah, you would think he would have reacted to that. Something about this game. So enemies are supposed to react whenever they see their fallen comrades, but I never noticed a situation where they actually do that. In the first game, that was an issue. If you take out a guy, you need to make sure that nobody's going to walk around in the same area and see the body, although that wasn't that big of a deal. They would just freak out for a second and then go back to normal. So it wasn't a huge hindrance, but at least it was nice that the enemies would acknowledge the bodies of their comrades. In this game, I only saw that happen once, and that was in Tetsumaru's campaign, which we will probably do. I'm not sure yet. I've never finished his campaign before, so we'll see.
Okay. I think you should give it a go, but that's,
I probably will. So they did add in this game that you can drag bodies, which, given the way the first game went, made sense. It's like, okay, so enemies can spot bodies. Well, if you kill somebody, drag their body off somewhere else so they can't spot it. But like I said, these enemies are pretty spaced out, so it never ends up being an issue. At least not that I've seen. The story in this game is a lot more involved. From here on out, the game is one big story arc. Even when you seemingly get an individual mission, it turns out to be part of the story.
Okay.
So it's a little weird that that first mission for each character didn't really play into that. I mean, the missions weren't bad or anything. It's just, it feels a little strange. I'm also trying to take advantage of the slight increase in speed by not equipping the weapon. Plus, honestly, given the way Ricky looks holding that sword, I think we're better off without it equipped.
Yeah.
But if I only need to walk a couple feet, it doesn't really serve a purpose because he takes forever to sheath the sword. So
yeah.
It just kind of depends on how far we got to go if I'm going to put it up or not.
That seems more than realistic. Honestly, I kind of like the mechanic of it.
Yeah.
It was not adopted into other games because I cannot think of any other game like that. But
they also never used it in any other Tenchu game.
Yeah. It is a interesting mechanic of, okay, well, if you're going to be ready to fight, you have to move slower.
Yeah. There's a lot to this game. I kind of wish the group that made this actually had another crack at another Tenchu game.
Yeah.
Because they did try to advance this series. If I redo the first game, I'll have to have you on that too, and then you can see where this series came from. And that first game is actually one of my favorite games of all time. It's tied with Resident Evil 3, but I can easily see how they were trying to advance it. I think they lost a lot when making this one, particularly atmosphere. I think the atmosphere and the soundtrack were way better in the first game, but they did do a lot with this one.
Yeah.
Adding new mechanics. Some of those mechanics, as I mentioned before, don't serve a purpose, but it could be that they had more ideas in mind, kind of like you were saying in the first video about the swimming, where maybe they just couldn't implement it.
No.
And it is nice to see a game advance.
Yes. They're clearly going for something like, okay, well, the area is going to stay dark until you're close enough to quote unquote see.
To me, that worked really well in the first game. It doesn't as much here, but in the first game, the whole idea was cover of darkness, and it was a lot more atmospheric.
Yeah.
Which I liked.
Now, granted, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're doing this to save render computing power in a game like this from that generation, but it shows that they kind of thought about it and they wanted that stealth feel.
Yeah, and that's what they did in the first game as well. And like I said, it worked a lot nicer in the first game because that game is a lot more atmospheric. It's easily, in my opinion, the best atmosphere in the series.
Now, see, like this whole thing just modernized would be really interesting. Just
Fuck yeah.
How do you deal with like the fire and like the way its light source is,
Well, and they could do a lot more with this too. One of the things that's always made me laugh about this is this castle is under siege right now. You would think we would be seeing a battle or a bunch of these dudes and they're just fucking shit up, but no, they're just patrolling.
Yeah.
And I get that for the mechanics of this game, that's what it's designed to be, but it feels a little strange because this should be some sort of a siege. They should be doing shit rather than just patrolling.
Right, like, oh, Well, there's bits of this thing that are on fire, but I don't care.
Yeah, pretty much. And apparently it says in one of the mission tips that Goda soldiers don't have armor. Why the fuck don't they have armor? I assume it's to allow the player to tell them apart from the enemies, but you would think they would have armor unless they were caught by surprise and couldn't get to their armor.
I can accept the caught by surprise.
Right. We will see one of those guys, I think in Ayame's level. I can't remember. We do see one in this video.
I like that the bro was just staring at the wall.
Yeah. He was in the corner having to think about what he did. Might have been understandable if it had been a column he was staring at, but not a wall. I was looking back at my original playthrough of this, and it was pretty funny. It has to be Ayame's campaign because in that's where I saw the Goda guy. For some reason, I was blocking after getting spotted by this enemy soldier, and I was just trying to let the Goda soldier kill the guy. I think I didn't want to take any more damage. And that made me laugh and cringe a little.
Hey, that's what NPCs are for.
That's right. Let them risk their safety. And so as long as you're not full on carrying capacity, you can get an item.
All right.
Yeah. So at some point in this game, you can start looting bodies. I'm not sure when that happens. I have to look up how to loot bodies because I can't remember how to do it.
It doesn't give you kind of like the tutorial when you first open up ability.
Nope, this is an old game. They don't tell you how to do anything. You just have to figure it out on your own. Proper.
That's right.
Even in the tutorial level, they don't tell you how to do every little thing, which I wouldn't mind a little bit, but I like that they don't tell you how to do a basic attack or a basic jump. Little things that modern games tell you every little thing for, where it's like, yeah, okay, that should be easy to figure out. I understand certain special moves or certain game mechanics, but at this point in a shooter, we all know how to aim our gun and fire. It's become standardized. If you're going to make it different, then maybe explain it, but if you're just going to do the same thing, there's no need.
Right. Like, the name of the game is Metroid.
That's right.
You don't even know your name is Samus until like the end.
Hell, you don't even know she's a girl until, is it the second game?
Oh, I thought it was actually at the end of the first game, but you had to have like you had to have like the good ending.
Yeah, it was tied to an ending, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If the game's librarian was here, he could answer that question, but he's off doing something else.
Indeed.
You know what? I bet that guy was just thinking, hey, I'm going to get off work. I'm going to go have some sake with the boys, go home, get a little tender loving from my woman. And now he's dead because he chose the wrong side.
That's right.
That means his kids have no father. His daughters are going to have to grow up to be sweet, sweet prostitutes. All because he chose the wrong side.
That's right.
I hope he's happy.
That dude was just thinking, oh, I'm going to go home and get drunk.
Yeah. I love how confident Ricky Maru looks after performing a stealth kill. They did that in the first game as well. You would think it would be a little different since he's younger, but I like that he still has that confidence.
Yeah. Bro's like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah. And a lot of these moves are the same from the first game as well. There are a few new ones, and Ayame has, I believe, mostly new ones. Then I didn't really play as Ayame much in the first game. There was really no point. You just went through the same levels with the same story.
The world is torn apart by war. I am the House of Goda's only hope. The peasants must learn their place.
You're wrong, Uncle. The people are the soul of this land.
Enough! Die! Compassionate fool.
My lord!
Oh, that's what you get for bringing in a knife to a
Oh yeah. So here we are with the easiest boss in the game. Something I find annoying about this game's combat, and you'll see it in future boss fights. Sometimes when you get hit by an enemy, your character will turn around.
How humiliating. Defeated by a servant.
Sire Motohide, prepare to die.
No.
Lord Goda.
Identify yourself, ninja.
Rikimaru of the Izuma Ninja, my lord.
Oh, I recognize you now.
My lord, I tried to kill the traitor, but I have dishonored myself by striking you.
Nonsense. You did not mean to injure me. My uncle, he is misguided, but he's trying to save the land.
Assassin!
Jubei, stop! It's Rikimaru! He saved my life!
Rikimaru? The ruffian master Shiunsai was training. Well, you have my thanks. But my lord, Motohide's soldiers have broken into the castle. You must flee. Use the secret exit.
I will not leave the castle while my wife and daughter are still here.
Please, my lord, they'll kill you.
Lady Kay and Princess Kiku are in good hands. Ayame went to rescue them. My lord, what of the people? What will become of them if you die today?
My lord, I beg you, take the secret passage. Rikimaru, protect him. Go. I can't hold them off forever.
I would really like to hear Rikimaru say something about, oh, I see the president's equipped his daughters with ballistics too. And the reason I say that, I forgot to mention that earlier in the LP, that voice actor goes on to play Luis in Resident Evil 4. I have to say the original now because of all the damn remakes.
That's a very good point. Yes.
That was a cool thing I discovered, probably about 10 years ago.
I like that her move feels very much like a little bit of overkill.
Yeah, she's pretty bloodthirsty, actually.
Yeah.
She definitely looks like she enjoys the carnage.
Yeah. I'm just saying, that's not a not smiling face.
No, no. But you don't want to tell her to smile more. I sense that would go poorly.
Yeah. Might take it the wrong way.
Yeah, a little bit.
Is that you going up on rooftops like you were asking for?
Yeah. You don't have to do this, but you can get over here, and I'm trying to go for Grandmaster ranking, so I need to find everybody. But there is one brief rooftop there. We get to do that more in Tetsumaru's campaign. He's the last character. So
okay.
It feels a little more like Tenchu to me when you have rooftops.
Got it.
But at least we got one there, so that's nice. She does actually get a level where you can go on rooftops. Although it's during the day, which I really feel like Tenchu should be mostly at night.
Okay, so the item in the middle down there, though, looks kind of like a basket almost to me.
That isn't mine.
That? Ah, okay.
I don't end up using it, but it's there in case I need it.
Right.
I know I've had trouble with the boss for this level. We fight him a few times. I don't remember if I ever had trouble fighting him on this level because it's your introduction to him, so of course He's not going to be as difficult as later. Although I don't think his moves change. I just think he has more health later on.
Okay.
But just in case, I actually wanted to take some items, which means I could not pick up a grenade I saw earlier because my inventory is full. Which is a damn shame.
Indeed.
So this won't be a no item run like I think I tried to do with Time of the Assassins. I can't remember. I might have used items in that. I definitely used items in that Let's Play. I tried not to, just because it's cooler that way. But it had to happen.
And if you're going for Grandmaster, does it negatively impact when you use an item instead of getting like a stealth kill?
Yeah, I don't think so, but I don't want to take the chance. Yeah, now if you use a grenade on a normal enemy, then yeah, it'll hurt them. It might kill them. I'm not sure. But if it doesn't kill them, then yeah, that's going to affect your ranking because they're going to know where you are. And you need stealth kills for Grandmaster ranking.
Gotcha.
So, like a ninja star is not going to damage anything but a dog, which I don't think they exist in this game. They might. I can't remember. So in the first game, you would see dogs or wolves. You could actually throw a ninja star at the dogs and they would die in one hit, and you would get credit for a stealth kill. But
okay.
Wolves, I think if they didn't see you, I think they were an instant kill for that one. But if they saw you, it would take more than one ninja star to get them. I can't remember as it's been a while since I played the first game. But yeah, if you can use an item and kill an enemy in one shot without being spotted, then yeah, absolutely. That would. And I believe we just passed that Goda guy. I believe that does count as a stealth kill. I don't think there is a penalty for it. I just didn't want to take the chance.
Gotcha.
So I figured I would go ahead and try to not use items as much as possible. But it is going to happen because the one-on-one combat in this game is not a lot of fun. Shocker. It's not made to be a hack and slash. So yeah, I will definitely be using items in boss fights.
That seems more than reasonable.
And the best part is I do have save states, so if for some reason it does affect the ranking, I can go back and do it again without using them. You should have known not to stand there walking around pacing back and forth in this room.
That's right.
That was going to be your undoing. Yeah, I am happy to be revisiting this series again. It's been a couple years since I played a Tenchu game.
And, you know, here's hoping that they eventually decide to either reboot or redo and you get a modern version.
Oh, and at that moment I figured out the quick turn. It's R1 and X. Had to play with that a little bit because I never knew you could do that. Yeah, I actually thought about how I would do Tenchu if I were to reboot or anything that series. I would actually start by remaking this game because since it's the first one and the story's already done, it would be the easiest to do. Just make the same game, but make it control like the PS2 games or better, and then up the graphics.
Modern controller scheme that's kind of universal at this point.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, just graphic upgrade. Maybe tweak the story a little bit just to give it more depth.
Sure.
Bigger.
Sure.
You could turn the game into a bigger game.
Right. Little things like that, but otherwise keep that pretty much intact. And then what I would do is make a couple new games that take place in between this and Stealth Assassins, which is the first game, just so that you're telling new stories and having new adventures rather than just going directly into remaking the first game. That's how it started, at least.
That's right.
So give me the rights to Tenchu and the money in order to have games made, because if I have the rights, I can't do anything with the series if I don't have money for it.
Right. Need rights. We need a whole development company.
Yep. Yep. I need those lottery winnings.
Yep. Need some truly talented individuals to make the dream come alive.
But I think this could be something that could do well. I know Assassin's Creed is a popular series. I feel like this could work in a modern landscape. It wouldn't be like your top seller, but I think it could do well as long as it's released on everything.
If Ghost of Tsushima can do well.
Yeah, this is way better than Ghost of Tsushima already, so if given a chance, I think a Tenchu game could do well.
Yeah.
Ayame, don't sidestep into the fire. That would be bad.
But clearly there's a market for this kind of game.
Yeah, it does seem like they could do well with a Tenchu game, but the devs are too focused on making Dark Souls.
Unhand me!
No! If you take my daughter, you'll have to take me too!
I don't need you. I need the princess.
Lady K! Motohide, you'll pay for that!
Another ninja brat. I'll teach you how to speak to your betters.
Wait for Genbu! Genbu sneaks in now! Oh!
Finally, where are the rest of Lord Toda's ninjas?
Genbu, sorry, Sire Motohide. Genbu will beat up little girl for you.
Good. Destiny calls me.
The destiny of cowards is a messy and embarrassing death.
Quit being mean to the boss, Missy. You want to fight? You fight Genbu, master of ninja sneaking.
What a shame. You looked so much better with the mask on.
Oh, shit.
And as you can see, this is another one of the more childlike characters that are in her campaign. There are some weird ones. This is the biggest offender. This and the way Ayame's dialogue is at times. But yeah, I always thought that was a little weird when playing this game. Also, something else I wanted to talk about. Another point of regression for this game compared to the original is the loading times. Now, you guys aren't seeing that because I'm cutting those. But in the original, you could just walk straight into a cutscene. In this, you have to stop for a loading screen, which lasts for a little while. Now, I don't know if this game being a little more advanced for the PlayStation, maybe it required more loading, or if the team just didn't optimize it well enough.
I'm guessing that it probably is a combo of both.
Yeah.
There's probably more going on, so, you know,
right.
More computing power is needed, so you have to take the pause for the load.
Right.
Yeah, because loading screen issues were a thing for a very long time.
Yeah, but you don't really get too much of that in the first game, which was really nice. It was pretty seamless, which I liked. And I'm cutting a joke I made here. It was not inappropriate, just not something I want on a video.
Genbu is strongest. Genbu is unbeatable. But today, Genbu must sneak away. Nice girl. Little help here?
What? Get lost!
Thanks, nice girl, for not killing Genbu.
Lady K? Ayame?
Yes.
My Ayame? A ninja?
Oh, my lady, don't try to speak. I'll get help.
Wait. Take these. Please take care of Kiku.
And Ayame's campaign just became the plot of Mario. We gotta save the princess. I love that.
But she's in another castle.
Yes, she is. Well, in this case, an encampment, but we will see that next time. Thanks for watching, and we will see you all next time with more Tenchu, Birth of the Stealth Assassins.